Netanyahu and Israel are taking their time. They're just basically playing everyone and procrastinating as much as they can, adding conditions here and there, and going back and forth between Cairo and Tel Aviv and Doha and Tel Aviv and Washington and Tel Aviv and so on and so forth, because they know two things are constant since the beginning of this genocide. One is that they can continue to kill and maybe kill and talk. Two, that the United States will continue to provide them with all the weapons needed. So when the United States, as the negotiations start, give $20 billion to Israel, Israel is in no rush whatsoever, is under no pressure whatsoever to take these negotiations seriously, especially someone like Netanyahu. Because at the end of the day, Maria, when you give a drug addict drugs and say, you should live healthy, you know what the result is, right? You don't give a violent addict like Netanyahu, like Israel, $20 billion, and then you expect him to pursue peace the next day. That's not how it works.
How absurd does it look, though, for Washington to raise expectations and even express optimism that there might be a deal when they come away empty-handed every single time?
See, this is the thing. This is where I say perhaps this time it's different. And please, people need to stop accusing me of being optimistic. This is not about optimism. It's certainly not about hope. I'm just saying that we have a bad deal now, right? This is not a good deal. Whatever Biden proposed and later on adjusted over the weeks is not a good deal. It's not a permanent ceasefire. So that's number one. The permanent ceasefire was vetoed long before May, when the United States rejected every single international initiative for a peace deal. And then it imposed one on the UN Security Council and on Hamas and on the mediators. So now we're stuck with a bad deal. And this bad deal is getting worse. This bad deal could pass. I mean, why not? It is not calling for a permanent ceasefire. This is a bad deal that even Netanyahu should theoretically and practically accept, because it was his original deal. Two, the entire international community is fed up with Israel, and it's fed up with its excuses, including Western Europe, the United States, and everyone else. Today, the only obstacle to an agreement is one man, an indicted criminal, a liar called Netanyahu, who has a personal and political stake in postponing, in not having a deal at all. I cannot believe, I refuse to believe, that the entire world, that the United States and Western Europe, that the entire Arab and Muslim world, that the UN Security Council and the international community, that none of them, including a majority of Israelis, cannot take on this one criminal. I refuse to believe that. So there should be a ceasefire coming forward. There is no reason why it shouldn't, especially because it's a bad deal and there's only one man stopping it.
Okay, thank you. Al Jazeera senior political analyst Marwan Bashara.